Hi there, and welcome back to the HQ. Today, we are going to be reacting to Death Battle, Bakugo versus Reze. Now, I'm a bit of a power scaling aficionado, as you might not know. I do love me some power scaling, and I do tend to goof off a little bit and just kind of go yapping about it sometimes. And I'm very familiar with both My Hero Academia and Chainsaw Man. I'm a manga reader of both of those, so yeah, I'm quite familiar with them. So, I'm pretty excited to see what Death Battle thinks is the superior bomber between the two. My money personally has to go to Bakugo if I'm picking between two, because Bakugo scales to Deku, and Deku is nutty. And I don't think there's really anything that Reze has that can put down Bakugo for good. So let's jump in and see what Death Battle thinks. I don't know, maybe they're wrong. They've been wrong before. Cough, cough, Green Lantern versus Ben 10, cough, cough. Yeah, let's jump right into this.
Who's here?
Oh, they're getting their own plush.
Bakugo
Oh,
versus
let's see how
Reze,
this one's gonna go.
the God of Explosions versus the Bomb Devil.
The
He's Wiz and I'm
Explosion
Boomstick.
Murder God
And it's our job
Dynamite.
to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
I have to give it to Bakugo, just like off rip.
Ah, Wiz, there's nothing like the smell of napalm in the morning, the rush of the shockwave, the flash of combustion. I love it when stuff goes boom.
That is a
No
very
one knows that
satisfying
better
feeling.
than Katsuki Bakugo.
When your
Oh,
name
for
literally
sure.
means powerful bomb,
Oh, okay, so we're going like the end of series. So we're going like really end of series here, like post time skip. Okay. Sorry. I would have to give it to Bakugo for sure for going post time skip here. Cuz like ain't no way in hell Bakugo was slacking during that time skip.
it's no wonder he was born with the quirk Explosion. It lets
Okay, let's go
Bakugo
and
create
break this down. Real name, Katsuki Bakugo, a height 5'8", 172 centimeters tall, age 25, birthday 420. Ha! The fifth ranked pro hero, quirk Explosion. Aliases, Bombshell Hero, Great Explosion, Murder God, Dynamite. Likes, winning, blowing stuff up, Kirishima. Very valid. We all love Kirishima, our main man, our big boy. Also, hi there, I'm doing good, thank you very much. We're just watching a little bit of Death Battle.
humongous kabooms from his palms. I can only dream of having hands that rad.
Quirks are
It would be a
genetic
pretty,
superpowers
pretty
that
nifty
most
quirk.
humans are born with. Bakugo inherited his quirk from his parents.
Real talk, I could
Specifically,
probably,
it was a combination of his father's combustible acid sweat
I probably got a really shitty quirk, real talk. Like, I would, like, knowing my luck, like, I would either get the best quirk or, like, the worst quirk. Like, the quirk that lets you, like, turn your fingernails into slime or something. Like, I'm utterly useless shit.
and his mother's glycerin skin secretions.
Making Bakugo sweat basically like nitroglycerin. And
Yeah,
the more he
Bakugo
sweats,
got the perfect
the bigger the
storm
booms.
of
His
amazing
parents
quirks.
basically made the perfect kid, absolutely oozing with shonen main character energy.
Oh, yeah,
Bakugo
and he
felt
knew it.
similarly. So much so that he started bullying his childhood friend who happened to be born without a quirk.
Yeah,
Ugh,
okay, he's kind of a
dickhead behavior.
turd sometimes, but come
Sometimes?
on, Wiz, the kaboom!
Sometimes.
They're so cool.
Quirks are a natural biological
Yeah, I don't think it's just a
feature of
sometimes thing.
person's body. In the same way that we don't really think about
Hey there,
walking
Iron
or
Mog.
breathing,
Welcome to the
Bakugo's
chat.
explosions became like any other limb, especially with his rigorous training.
Bakugo quickly picked up
Yo,
on how
yeah.
to use his explosions to obliterate anything in sight, block attacks, launch himself around, and quickly maneuver
Yeah, it's
in
like-
midair at hypersonic speed.
I have to
which
say,
requires a
Bakugo
ton of
has to
focus and
take this,
on-the-fly
right?
calculations.
Like,
And despite getting
this right here just shows, like, on top of being strong and fast, Bakugo is incredibly intelligent in how he uses his quirk. Like, think of it like Spider-Man and how Spider-Man has to do, like, a calculus equation every time he swings in order to calculate the arc, trajectory, and speed of his swing to make sure he doesn't break his own arms and that he doesn't, like, slam into the ground or smash into a building. Bakugo is basically doing that every time he launches an explosion from his hands, so he knows exactly how he's going to propel himself. That's how smart he is. Like, on the fly battle sense, like, he is like up there on like the level. Like, Deku is like really good at on the fly thinking. But Bakugo is on a whole other level. Bakugo is on like Goku levels of battle IQ. Like he's up there with like Goku and Vegeta as far as like thinking through a battle like that and having like that sense of awareness during a fight.
Incredibly dangerous quirk when he was 4, he somehow never killed himself or anyone else.
He's just that smart.
Bakugo was truly a prodigy, destined for
absolutely.
greatness.
And his only goal was to surpass Japan's numero uno superhero and his personal idol, All Might. In Bakugo's mind, the only person who wins no matter what.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolute victory. No problem for the main
Yeah,
character.
you always gotta get that dub.
Katsuki wasn't the protagonist that he thought he was. That
Nope.
would be Izuku Midoriya, the quirkless child Bakugo bully. In
Oh,
truth, he was threatened
God,
by Izuku's
imagine
tenacity
being the
despite
main
being
character
quirkless.
Really?
in all
That
but name
crybaby's the
only.
main character? Well, Bakugo's inferiority complex would only get worse when Deku
Oh,
somehow
for sure.
landed a quirk that was just
Oh,
as cool, and
yeah.
both were accepted to the same superhero high school, UA High.
Oh,
There
poor
he would learn to
Bakugo.
be a super
Quirk explosion. Nitroglycerin like sweat. Quirk factor in palms can be detonated remotely. Support gear. Grenadier bracers. Grenades. Suppressive heavy mobile unit. Strafe panzer. Ultimate moves. Turbo speed. Stun grenade. Explodapult. Armor piercing shot. Howitzer impact. And cluster.
hero and fully develop his ultimate moves.
Flying through the sky faster than sound with turbo speed, blinding people with stun grenade, focusing his blasts into armor-piercing shots, or making a big-ass tornado of
Oh
death.
yeah.
The
Like,
howitzer impact involves
Oh.
Bakugo spinning
if
himself
we start
in midair
seeing
with
movie
his explosion,
feats, I'm
building up a
sorry. It's like
tremendous amount of
no
swirling
diff. I'm
oxygen,
sorry.
And then igniting it all for one
Like-
hell of a boom.
Like, if we see any kind of comparison to Deku's feat from Your Next, the Dark Might movie, where he blows up a mountain with one of his, like, I think it was like a faux 1% amped Manchester Smash or something, but like he smashes through a mountain and disintegrates it. If we get scaling to that, oh, it's over.
He's pretty smart when it comes to strategizing mid-fight.
Oh, yeah.
He even developed new techniques for his quirk faster than Deku did.
UA High also aided Bakugo's development by preparing him with his iconic Grenadier bracers, gauntlets that allow him to store up his sweat, gross, for prolonged bouts. Or to release all of it at
imagine
once in a
having
single
this like things
massive
that just
blast.
pack your
He's
sweat
also
like
got
that.
his hero suit, which helps him sweat faster in order to build up stronger
Oh, yeah.
attacks. Or the Strafe Panzer, these badass turrets mounted to his back that store his sweat as ammo. With all of that, it
Goodness.
wasn't long before Bakugo made his hero debut, called the Bombshell Hero, Great Explosion Murder God, Dynamite.
Gotta have the
Hey,
double
I dig
colon
it.
name.
The more colons, the merrier.
Oh yeah.
But despite some early wins, Bakugo failed to live up to his own sky-high expectations. He had the makings of a great hero, if
That he
only
does.
he could get out of his own way and put the team before his ego.
Yeah, if he would just stop being an asshole, he would be the #1 hero. Like, for real, if Bakugo just, like, learned to shut his mouth and wasn't such an ass, he would easily be, like, #2 and fighting with the #1 spot with Lemillion, like, hands down.
Especially when he was kidnapped by the League of Villains, ultimately leading Bakugo to blame himself for All Might's retirement. Something
God, don't even
needed
get
to
me
change.
started on how
So
much
he
that
vented
hurt.
his frustrations in a slugfest with Deku and realized something crucial. That the kind of absolute victory that defined All Might wasn't victory for himself, but victory for everyone.
He
Oh,
was
yeah.
starting to become the prodigy everyone knew he could be.
He just needed to get
hell,
out of his own
even while
way.
he was unconscious. He kept analyzing the fight he was in and coming up with counters. Somehow,
Bakugo's powerful
Even
enough to shatter Todoroki's
unconscious,
heaven-piercing
he
ice
was
wall, fast
making
enough to keep up with villains like
strategies
Shigaraki,
to
who can
beat
catch light
Shiggy.
beams, and tough enough to survive, well,
being dead.
Oh.
Yep, you heard us. Bakugo was killed, dead as a doornail. And then a single bead of sweat floating through his bloodstream detonated and restarted his heart.
Yeah.
If that isn't main character.
While Edgeshot was able to stitch Bakugo's injured organs back together, it was explicitly Bakugo's miniature explosions that restarted his heart and revived him. Yeah. That is such a busted quirk. He literally let his own sweat accumulate in his blood vessels and defibbed himself with it.
plot armor, I don't know what is.
His stamina is perhaps the craziest thing about him. After all, he is tanking the recoil of all of his explosions.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
with the overuse of his blasts, literally tearing his body apart, he kept trying to make him stronger, and eventually his quirk awakened.
Essentially, when a quirk
yeah.
evolves to become stronger. Now, by condensing his explosions into smaller and more powerful clusters, Bakugo could enhance all of his techniques.
Like
Oh,
the Howitzer
God.
Impact Cluster, a stunning achievement in
Cluster.
the
I
field of
forgot how busted it
explosionology,
is.
Or Kaboom Theory for the layman.
Powerful enough to shatter the side of
Hey
a
there,
mountain,
Arkin.
or blow apart
Welcome to the
UAI
chat, and
itself.
hello, Portal.
Judging by the school's size, we can estimate Bakugo's Howitzer Impact Cluster yielded over 300 kilotons of TNT.
Oh.
Given Bakugo's whole deal is
All right, remember that
explosions,
number.
makes
We're
sense
gonna have to
science
compare
out
that.
What a ton of TNT actually.
Okay, so we're actually doing this now? We're actually doing this? Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Apollo. Welcome to the HQ. Mwah. God, so we're actually finally going into the what is a ton of TNT argument. So this is going to be very crucial because since both of our fighters use explosions as their primary use of attacks, it's going to be pretty crucial that we understand very tightly how powerful they are in tons of TNT. Now remember, it was 318 megatons of TNT, I'm pretty sure. That was the number. So let's see how Reze stacks up against that. Also, thank you, Apollo.
Actually is. It's literally the energy contained in 1,000 kilograms of trinitro.
What'd you say there?
T actually is. It's literally the energy contained in 1,000.
TNT equivalent is a unit of energy defined by the approximate release of energy in a metric ton of TNT, 4.184 gigajoules. Ergo, 1 gram of TNT exploding is the equivalent of 4.183 kilojoules. This is utilized to compare destructive capacity events to each other. This is imperative when analyzing the energy scale of fictional universes. It's a uniform metric to compare multiple disconnected literary pieces. Okay, so 4.184 e to the 9th power joules equals 1 ton of TNT. Okay.
1,000 kilograms of trinitrotoluene.
A chemical compound composed of hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen.
TNT is occasionally used as a reagent in chemical synthesis, in chemical synthesis, but it is best known as an explosive material with convenient handling properties. The explosive yield of TNT is considered to be the standard comparative convention of bombs and asteroid impacts.
Oxygen and carbon.
That's the recipe for kaboom.
Tons of TNT. Lots of reading today. Lots of reading. Tons of TNT is a unit of measurement often used in the real world to describe the energy contained in high-yield explosives like nuclear bombs. It can be useful to measure particularly powerful feats from fictional characters. Now, this makes me question if they're going to try to nuke scale Reze, because I don't think they can nuke scale, because if you've read Chainsaw Man, you would know that there is explicitly a nuke devil who is eaten by Chainsaw Man. So the world is not aware of what nukes are at the point of Reze because of the fact that there was in fact a nuclear bomb devil who was eaten by Chainsaw Man. So really, Reze should not have access to anything like nuclear. So, if they're actually going based off canon. I don't know.
Now, imagine a pile of TNT as big as the Empire State Building blowing up all at once.
Oh, your Minecraft world is dead.
That's Bakugo's Howitzer Impact Cluster.
Yeah,
And these
holy
explosions
shit.
can launch him so fast, it's like time stands still around him.
Like when he covered a huge part of this city in a fraction of a second.
Oh.
Almost 400 times the speed of sound.
Jesus.
Now he can detonate his sweat remotely and from all over his body, not just his palms.
With all of this crazy
Feats blew up a mountainside. Okay, vaporized Wolfram's giant metal cubes, outsped Tokoyami's dark shadow, destroyed Uraraka's meteor shower, moved 300,000 miles per hour, displaced the airborne UA high, helped defeat 9 while sharing one for all. Defeated Deku, Kirishima, Todoroki, Serpenter twins, and All for One.
Bullshit! Bakugo became one of the strongest heroes on Earth.
Also, yeah, the concept of nukes does not exist in Chainsaw Man because the Chainsaw Devil ate the nuclear bomb devil. So they no longer have the concept of nukes, just like he ate the Nazi devil and various other devils. So those concepts exist no longer in that world.
To battle and defeat All Might's lifelong arch nemesis, All for One. Yeah, that's right, the main villain. Who's the protagonist now, Deku?
Bakugo literally figuratively
man.
surpassed his childhood idol and proved his mettle as a hero.
Number 5 on the rankings and rising. Not bad, Kachan.
But more important than proving it to his friends, to All Might, or even to Deku, he proved it to himself.
Yeah, whatever.
The best smile in the world.
Sickest quirk in the world over here. Dynamite! Dynamite! Dynamite!
Oh, Bakugo has to take this, right? He has to take this.
Wiz, what happened to you? You look funny and squishy.
I'm over here, Boomstick. That's the new Death Battle plushie from Mewtwo's.
God, what I would do to get a plushie of myself from Mewtwo's. I don't know. If we get any bigger, maybe I can make it happen. Who knows?
And it's available to order.
I would certainly love to do that. How about this? If I can get to 1,000 followers, then I will try. If I get 1,000 followers on here, maybe boost my YouTube up. I just made it to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube last week. So if we can keep those numbers going up, who knows? Maybe I'll get myself a little YouTube's plushie. Or I'll try to find someone to do plushies with to get me, my little ratty self.
Year ago, you got jealous, didn't you?
What? No, mine's way cuter. Look at it, and you can get one by clicking the link.
Ah, they forgot to color one of your arms.
Boomstick, I have a metal arm.
Yeah,
I always have.
He does.
And if you order it, there's a chance you might get a special version with a gold arm.
That's actually kind of awesome.
You definitely.
He has
fine,
two
yeah,
variants.
Okay? Shut up about it.
He has
Click the link
shiny
below to order one for
Wiz.
yourself. It's only available for a limited time, and after that, it will never be available again. So don't miss out.
I remember way back in Death Battle, whenever his name Wiz was short for wizard. Yeah, I'm sure I'm one of like 4 people that still remember that. All right, time to get into Reze.
War, famine, conquest. Humanity has been plagued by all manner of ills since they first
the gun
crawled
devil
out of
scene.
the primordial ooze. In the world of Chainsaw Man, there is nothing to fear but fear itself.
Because fear itself is real,
and
they're called devils.
yeah,
literally devils from hell. These monstrous beings are the living embodiments of humanity's worst nightmares, and their power is directly proportional to that fear.
So the chicken devil might be so weak you could keep him as a...
The explosions he triggers on his body also hit him. Oh yeah, it's like, oh, for sure. Like Bakugo's explosions, like 100%. The fact that he's able to not only like put out that power, but tank it as well. Like that right there shows like he's not only strong, he's durable as hell.
glass pet, like, you know, a chicken. But what about the bat devil or the ghost devil? Or the devil embodying man's fears of one of the greatest weapons it's ever created, the Bomb Devil.
Boom, baby.
Little is known about the origins of the Bomb Devil's current host, Reze, if that even is her real name.
Probably not. Since she is in fact a Ruski. So, Background: Bomb Devil hybrid. Height around 5'5", 166 centimeters. Age unknown. Country of origin: the Soviet Union. Occupation: super soldier. Bilingual, Russian and Japanese. At one point, the author's favorite character. Go figure. Likes: coffee, flowers, Denji. Sort of.
She might look cute and kawaii, but she's actually a Soviet assassin trained from birth to be one of the deadliest killers on the planet. Basically a Black Widow. A cold and lonely
A Black Widow with
anyone,
explosions.
But quadruply so in a world as effed up as this.
But all Reze wanted was a safe, normal, quiet life. As much a fable to her as Aesop's Country Mouse.
Too bad! You are now a walking, talking explosive. Have fun.
At some point, the girl known as Reze was implanted with a fragment of the Bomb Devil and became a hybrid. A human possessing a devil's powers without sacrificing their humanity.
Okay, so I guess so then I guess she's not like Denji then, where she's not a fiend then, right? Because technically, not Bakugo. Technically, Denji is a fiend because he was dead when Pochita became his heart,
transforming their body into a living weapon.
As a hybrid, Reze's strength and speed are way crazier than a normal human's, and with her martial arts training, she's a force to be reckoned with.
I don't know, when was the last time Black Widow was in a death battle? I don't know. I don't think I've actually ever seen one with her in it. I'd have to look into that.
Close. Also, Wiz, check out the bomb for a head.
Someone like Reze would eat you alive, literally. Should devils like Reze take any damage whatsoever, they can heal by consuming blood.
And that lets hybrids survive some pretty insane stuff.
That is
like
going to be
their limbs torn off,
it's going to be pretty
or being
dangerous to work around.
Just slurp some blood and they're good as new.
Because it looks like, based off the little snippet preview we got, we're going to be fighting in a residential area, so there's probably going to be a lot of civilians that she's going to be nomming on.
Especially useful considering the Bomb Devil's primary ability is literally blowing herself up. Reze can emit explosions from any surface of her body, even tearing up.
Hybrid devil physiology: super strength, speed, durability, regeneration, blood drinking, explosions, long range, self-detonation, sparks, propulsive, weapon transformation, torpedoes, dynamite, missiles, and hand-to-hand combat.
Limbs and turning them into bombs that she can detonate at will.
Damn, that's hardcore. She can use these blasts to jet through the sky at hypersonic speeds, maneuver and redirect herself in midair, and enhance the strength and speed of her blows.
Or Reze can send sparks that can ignite the atmosphere in explosions that tear apart entire cities.
Damn.
Making herself stronger the more fear her wanton destruction creates.
As long as the area around her is dry enough to maintain ignition, Reze can create as many explosions as she wants, non-stop.
She can even
Humanity's fear of her not only enhances her explosive power, but her physical power as well. She was able to shrug off an attack from the Violence Fiend, who specializes in physical strength. Okay, so now I gotta wonder how much storytelling they're gonna put into the fight. Like, are they gonna have it start off with Reze having the advantage because, you know, people are scared of her explosions, but then in comes, you know, the and in comes Dynamite using explosions as a hero and retaking the power from her? Because if her power is tied to fear of her explosions, if the heroic number 5 hero, the great explosion murder god Dynamite, shows up, I'm just saying, that's a storytelling opportunity there.
even turn her own body into different types of real-world bombs to massively enhance their power.
Like transforming her leg into a torpedo or her apron into dynamite. Every single inch of Reze is a living weapon.
This
Quite
made her
literally
feared
a
across the
walking
devil world
weapon.
as one of their mightiest warriors, and the perfect choice to assassinate Japan's newly acquired devil hybrid, Chainsaw Man.
You see, you might not think chainsaws are all that scary, at least not compared to bombs, but the Chainsaw Devil is special.
Any devil the Chainsaw Devil consumes becomes deleted from reality, retroactively erased from humanity's collective consciousness.
And here I thought chainsaws were for boring stuff like trees or Texas massacres. Silly me.
This ability makes the Chainsaw Devil the most important being alive and invaluable for any global power to control.
Very true.
Except instead of meeting the fearsome chainsaw of legend, Reze met Denji, a dumb, horny teenage boy just looking for anyone to love.
Pretty
And for
much.
once, Reze
Absolute
actually
desperation.
hesitated. Rather than immediately kill her target, she got to know him and found they weren't so different. Both were used as tools of the state, as weapons of war rather than people.
Yep,
kindred
it's a very
spirit in
sad
hostile
life.
world, Denji wanted to drink up as much of the excitement of life as he could. The town mouse to her country mouse.
And thankfully, he was super easy for a pretty face.
Yeah, judging from Bakugo's breakdown section, this is going to be post-time skip, because it said he was 25 years old, so it's post-time skip already, and that he's the number 5 hero. So he, at this point, in the storytelling of the fight, he would be a well-known hero. Also, thank you for the follow, Trent. Welcome to the HQ.
To manipulate.
It wouldn't be the only time.
nothing if not professional.
Poor
and she gave
poor
Denji one parting
Denji
gift
being
to teach him the way
manipulated
devils did
so
battle before
much.
he died.
As the embodiment of one of the deadliest weapons known to man, Reze's power is off the charts, capable of creating an explosion more than 400 meters in diameter. That's over 4 football fields long.
To have a blast that size, you'd need to be exploding with over 2 kilotons of TNT.
So, kiloton versus megaton. So, kiloton versus megaton. Let's see. Don't mind me if I start wigging out because I'm looking at my laptop. So, 2.19 kiloton. So, the kiloton measures nuclear explosive equivalent of 1,000 tons of TNT, whereas megatons. So, yeah, a kiloton is equivalent to 1,000 tons of TNT. A megaton is 1,000,000 tons of TNT. So, Bakugo's feet, I'm pretty sure So, I can't remember. Was Bakugo's feet 318 tons of TNT or megatons of TNT? Let me double back there and check that real quick. Let's see. That was... Let's see. It held on that frame for a second. Where was that at? Let's see. What did it say?
That's Bakugo's howitzer impact cluster.
And these explode
Is the Empire State Building.
Let's see.
mountain or blow apart UA itself. Judging by the school's size,
What
we
did
can
it rate
estimate
it?
Bakugo's howitzer impact cluster yielded over 300 kilotons of TNT.
Okay, so it was they were both in kilotons then. Okay. So it's 318 kilotons
Exploding with over 2 kilotons of
versus 2 kilotons. Okay. So a little weighted on one side.
TNT.
A little
More than
weighted.
comparable to nuclear weapons, which is really impressive considering Reze is not the devil of nuclear bombs. That's
Very
apparently
good
an
point.
entirely separate thing.
Very good
Spider bombs
point.
being technically conventional, they're just that strong.
Likely comparable to other powerful devils like the Gun Devil, who could travel across the world and kill millions of people in 5 minutes.
Oh,
That'd
yeah.
be over 500 times the speed of sound.
She's even stronger than the Typhoon Devil, a sentient city-spanning storm.
The literal
Oh,
coffee
God
baby
damn.
to her hydrogen bomb.
Unfortunately for Reze, Denji took her lesson.
Literal coughing baby. Okay. Let's see. Fought evenly with Chainsaw Man. Explosive explosion eclipsed most of Tokyo. Killed a devil hunter barehanded. Not exactly impressive, let's be real. Can fight while headless. Survived losing various limbs. Blitzed Denji several times. Feared by the Typhoon Devil, Fox Devil, and Violence Fiend. Defeated Nomo, Kato, Beam, and much of Devil Hunter Special Division 2. Okay, so if one of her largest feats is literally less than a 100th of what Bakugo's packing,
To heart and proved he was more than a fitting host for the Chainsaw Devil.
He whooped her ass, but spared her life, just in case her seduction wasn't a total act after all.
But it wasn't meant to be. Whether Reze chose the safe life of the country mouse or the exciting life of the town mouse, there are hungry cats everywhere.
Oh,
Oh,
Makima,
yeah.
what I would give to find someone to kill you.
Reze's dreams of freedom were never realized. She simply changed hands from one cold, unfeeling entity to another. And this time, there was no escape.
Yep.
She was a weapon, a symbol of man's bottomless capacity for malice and self-destruction.
A living bomb.
she's never getting that closure. She is never getting that closure.
The battle's about to start, and I hope you've got something good to hear these kabooms with, like our sponsor, Raycon.
That's
Well,
right, Boomstick.
I don't have
I've been using
Raycon.
Raycon for
I mean,
many years
my
now, and they've got
headphones
everything
are,
I need in good
corded
earbuds.
skull
And with
cans.
Mother's Day coming up, this is the kind
Very
of gift
nice
she'll
quality.
actually use.
Such as Raycon's essential open earbuds. They're open ear so she can listen to music or podcasts while doing other things.
Like going for a morning walk, running errands,
Hmm.
or driving her rocket-powered dune buggy. You know, bomb stuff.
The sound stays clear and balanced
Rocket-powered
without feeling
dune
closed
buggy.
off from your surroundings, which is such a win-win.
But if that's not enough for you, Raycon's got a bunch of other cool stuff for sale, so I'm sure you'll find something for her.
Yeah,
Or
as
for
if
you.
anybody could
Celebrate
afford
the
that
moms
right
in your
now.
life. Go to buyraycon.com/death.
How much were those bone conduction headphones? That's what I want to know.
For her.
How much
Or
were
for
those?
you.
Celebrate the mom.
$79.99. Not bad. Mine are about the same price because I have bone conduction headphones for work usage.
In your life, go to buyraycon.com/.
I'll have to compare them to the ones I got and see if I can find them at better price.
Thanks for sponsoring Death Battle, Raycon. We wouldn't be able to have these amazing animations without you.
Go to buyraycon.com/deathbattle.
Since Death Battle is indie now, like 100%.
Earbuds.
Like these sponsorships are crucial.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data
here
through
we
all
go.
possibilities.
It's time
for a death battle!
Now, let's see just how they measure up. My money is still on Bakugo, but let's see. Oh! Oh, right into it, huh? Oh! Oh, this is gonna be good.
Sent to collect your head, Dynamite.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Better villains than you have tried, lady. You tell your bosses that after I send you back in a coffin.
Oh.
How would I tell them that if I was already dead?
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to.
You're quick.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to get the drop on Deku or on Bakugo. What the fuck am I doing? Uh-oh, we're on civilian streets. Oh. Oh!
Oh, damn.
Uh-oh.
Damn.
Oh. Oh. I do like the transition from sprite to drawing. Oh. Uh-oh. Ooh. Oh. You're all wet. Uh-oh, we're going to ground. Oh, boy.
Lose it, people.
Save me, Dynamite!
Let go of me.
Oh. Oh, boy. Oh. Oh, the 3D model transition. Oh.
Leave them out of this.
Oh. Let's see. How are you gonna retort to that, Bakugo? Oh. Getting real colorful with the explosion.
For what it's worth, Dynamite, your blood was delicious.
Uh-oh.
You bit off a bit more than you could chew. My blood isn't the only thing you drank. It's my sweat you should worry about, dumbass!
Oh! Oh. Oh, boy.
I'm aiming for absolute victory! Howitzer!
Okay.
Impact! Cluster!
Oh, we're going straight to cluster. Oh. Oh.
Scratch that. Not enough for a coffin.
Oh, that's my hero. That is my motherfucking hero right there. Also, thank you so much for the follow. Goodness. I'm sorry. I had to... Oh, I needed to breathe after that. I was holding my breath for a second there. I was like, oh, is he guys gonna do it? Oh. Now let's see them break this down.
Hey-yo! Oh, Denji, we're so sorry to hear about your girlfriend that passed away. She gets 5 big booms. Boom! Boom!
Please just shut up. On the surface, these two seemed evenly matched. So let's break this fight down into 3 categories. Their speed, their stamina,
3
and their firepower.
categories, huh?
First up, let's talk speed.
Both Bakugo and Reze could rocket through the sky at hypersonic speeds and maneuver and redirect themselves on a dime in the middle of fights.
Oh, yeah.
To the casual observer, at least, they'd seem to be on par with each other.
So we have to look at the people they've fought to compare.
Okay.
Reze has battled Chainsaw Man.
Denji and Puchita have fluctuated in power since the battle with Reze due to the fear surrounding Chainsaw Man. As a result, Reze cannot reliably scale to feats from newer arcs of Chainsaw Man. Okay.
Who could match and defeat someone using the Gun Devil's power.
The same gun devil that could literally fly around the world, killing millions of people at over 500 times the speed of sound.
Impressive, but compare that to Bakugo fighting Shigaraki, who could react fast enough to catch light beams with his bare hands.
That's over 1,000 times faster.
Oh,
and that
yeah.
was before Bakugo's quirk awakening that made him even faster than that.
With reaction speed of that caliber,
Yeah,
there's little chance
Bakugo
Reze could
is
ever get the drop on
blitzing.
Bakugo, and would likely
Bakugo
be
is the
forced to
blitz
play
king
catch
there.
up in a duel. Speed goes to Bakugo.
However, speed doesn't matter if one couldn't truly hurt the other.
Very
A
true.
big part of this fight is their stamina.
Bakugo's durability is mind-boggling. He's survived being impaled through the torso and has even brought himself back to life.
But
Yeah.
unlike Reze, his stamina does eventually hit a limit.
Very true.
Every
Reze
explosion
definitely
he makes
has,
whittles him down just a little bit more.
Yeah, Reze definitely has stamina. Plus the fact that all she has to do is drink a couple of guys, and she's good.
And uses up more and more of his sweat. Without a break, he can eventually run out.
Whereas Reze can effectively create bombs without respite and from a distance.
Unlike
Thank you, Barry.
Bakugo, who usually likes to get up close and personal.
Furthermore, her devil hybrid physiology gives her an actual regenerative healing factor.
That
allowing
too.
her to
Like,
shrug
she
off
is-
the same kind of mortal blows that would eventually kill Bakugo.
Yeah,
main character
her
plot armor or not.
her
If
healing
this ever
factor
became a war of attrition,
definitely.
Reze had it in the bag.
Yeah.
Stamina goes to Reze.
You know, a shame
However,
she could
it's
never
unlikely it would
survive
ever
a
get
war of
to that
attrition.
point. The biggest factor in this fight was always going to be their raw firepower.
Absolutely.
Explosions! First, we gotta compare their two biggest blasts. Reze's nuclear-like bomb against Denji versus Bakugo's howitzer impact cluster.
Oh,
and the
yeah.
difference is obvious.
Oh,
Based
yeah.
on calculating their sizes, Bakugo's 300 kiloton explosion was over 100 times more powerful than Reze's 2 kiloton blast.
absolutely.
But that's not all. Remember the Typhoon Devil.
Coughing baby or not, to create a storm big enough to cover Tokyo's over 2,000 square kilometers, he'd have to be generating more than 400 kilotons of TNT.
Greater than Bakugo, right? But that's not all. Again, Bakugo's
Yep,
howitzer
once
impact
again.
once shattered the size of this big-ass mountain. And despite being earlier on in the series, it was ginormous.
Oh,
Almost
yeah.
3 kilometers in radius.
Or
It was
just over
huge.
2 megatons of TNT.
Oh.
5 times more powerful than the Typhoon
Yeah.
Devil, and way beyond anything
Jumping
we've
up
seen
from
Reze.
kilotons
And
to
this was
megatons.
Bakugo before reaching his full power in his fight against All for One. Bakugo takes the final edge in explosions.
And remember,
Oh,
Bakugo
yeah.
withstands the recoil of all his blasts. So even though Reze had greater stamina, Bakugo was more than tough enough to hang on and get his kill shot.
Oh,
especially
definitely.
with his superior
Yeah.
speed.
And
Bakugo
Devil healing
is
factors
100%
can be
taking it.
overtaxed with enough damage. Hell, she needed to drink blood a couple times against Denji just to keep fighting.
Against
Yeah.
someone as fast and powerful as Bakugo, she would not get the chance to heal consistently.
I
or
knew my
perhaps
man
at all.
had it in him.
And what
I knew.
happens when devils die?
I knew it.
They Bakugo to hell.
The winner is Katsuki Bakugo.
Bombshell, hero, great
Oh, yeah.
explosion, murder, god, dynamite.
Put some
Next
respect on his
time
name. All right, who's
Death
next?
Battle.
Oh. Oh. Oh,
Subscribe and join as
Gru
a member to
versus
see more Death Battle.
Megamind.
And don't forget to order
Oh,
your
that's
very
gonna be
own
good.
Whiz Plush from YouTube's. Click that link below the like button.
I knew my man Bakugo had it in him. I knew he had it. Like, I knew right away, like, this was going to be busted. I knew how strong both of them are, and that Reze did not have a shot. She did not have a chance in hell to come after Bakugo like that. So, very glad that, once again, we are 2 for 2 for the right choices here. Next one is, I don't really have a dog in that race, because, I like Megamind. I like Despicable Me. You know, I'm not much of a Minions person, but... like, personally, I think just because, I mean, to quote a certain somebody, he can just use the dehydration gun. But yeah, I think that's 100% like I'd have to see it just to see it. So who knows? Maybe I'll do the next one too. But yeah, let me know what you thought about that death battle down in the comments below. Who do you think should have won? Did you get what you wanted from your winner? Let me know in the comments below. And of course, don't forget to hit like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and ding that bell so you know when I upload, and it helps me out in the algorithm. And as always, I will see you next time at the HQ. Bye-bye.